Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you today about decisions. Recently had a decision set that I had to make between how to get back. I was dealing with the airlines, and some flight cancellations forced me to either take a very unpleasant route with multiple connections because of how the code shares they were trying to force on me with their cancellations, or to start over and buy a new ticket and request a refund with the risk of potentially losing money or losing time. In the end, I chose the latter and just bought a new ticket um, because I could get a ticket for a round trip for about what I assumed was going to be double what the expected refund might be. In the end, it worked out pretty well. But I thought about this, and it was easy to get in the past for me to get overwhelmed on a decision like this because it was both sides had negative outcomes potentially and consequences, and I really wasn't sure in the past on how to approach those things. So, wanted to share with you some of the learning and you know areas around that. Our brains look for certainty, especially when you're under stress and in a fear situation, as this coronavirus has a lot of people stressed out. So you tend to overly focus on the opportunity cost, what you can lose from each side, versus what you can gain sometimes when you're stressed out. And I think that's one of the key things that I picked up from this. A lot of people say FOMO. The other way to look at it is FOR, fear of regret. My coach always used to say to me, Steve would say, you just make your next best decision. And I always assumed that in a linear fashion, like, okay, it's the next decision that comes along. But there's another wrinkle to it that I thought of that, it's often the best decision for now. And don't stress over right or wrong. It's right now. So the lesson that I pulled away from that is definitely if it's right now, and it mitigates some of the negative consequences on both sides, then it satisfies the majority of the requirements for me. One of the key things that got me to this point was, focusing on being mindful enough to let my own intuition guide me. It's really hard in today's world with all the noise out there, the monkey mind chatter, as we call it sometimes. If you can quiet your mind enough, and then you know the answer. One of my favorite authors, Michael Neal, always says that there really is no decision sometimes. You either know or you don't know. And an exercise I picked up on how to approach this when you have difficult decision pair like this is to fast forward. Look at it a year down the road. Assume you choose choice A. Who would you tell? How would you feel about it? What would you say about your decision? And how would you feel about what you had to say about it? And how is your life better 12 months later? And then you do it for the other side for choice B and see which one really resonates for you. Because sometimes the logical choice doesn't fit for what your values are. And we get caught up with all the noise, all the media chatter, especially in a time that's so stressful like this. So, hopefully that brings you some value. And if you need to talk about it, reach out.